So what we have here is a 3.5 horsepower Craftsman edger. And these were pretty solid little units. They seem to last a long time and pretty easy to work on too. And thank goodness today's project is an easy one for all of us. So you can see what happened here. Basically the pull rope broke. A lot of times people will break the pull ropes because they're pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling trying to get it started. So there's actually another problem going on. Hopefully that's not the case with this one. Sometimes the ropes just wear out. And you know, folks get intimidated to do this themselves because if you see here on the cover, there's actually rivets. And so folks think that you need to drill out these rivets. But what you do is you end up taking this whole cover off. There's only 3 or 4 bolts usually, so it's pretty quick access to get into there. You can see you have it's a 3/8 socket I have here. There's one. And you have one directly onto the other side here. 2. Looks like this model only has 3. So check that out. 3 bolts, and this whole thing just lifts off of here. How easy is that? And now that you're looking at the inside here, you do want to check a few things. You want to check to see if your spring is broken. And one of the ways to do that is you will wind it counterclockwise. And you can see we're starting to get some spring action here. So, yeah, I think everything's okay in there. You also want to check to make sure that these pawls come out when you rotate it counterclockwise like that. Of course, those are what engage with this cup here. Pull out what's left of the rope. And we'll twist this counterclockwise until it starts to rebound a little bit, and we'll wind it probably 6 times. So I'll measure out this rope so I get the correct length, and to get the rope out of the handle, you basically go in through whatever side the knot is. I usually use a pair of needle nose pliers to get down in there and pull the rest of the rope out. All right, I'll measure this up and be right back. So this rope's still in pretty good shape actually, and we only lost about 1 inch off of it, so I could reuse this, but you guys are watching me, so, and you like to see me go the extra mile, so I'm going to go ahead and put some new rope on there. And believe it or not, this is about 7 feet, actually a little over 7 feet of rope. So with some of these covers, when you wind it, you can stick a screwdriver through and it comes out here because there's vents, and you can hold the pulley that way when it's all wound up. But in this case, you just kind of have to stick your thumb through here and grip onto it once it's wound. So it looks like we're about ready to start winding because it's rebounding. So how I do this is I take a fixed point, usually it's the hole there where the rope comes out, and I'll watch a spot on the pulley, like this little tab here, and I'll basically just wind it till it passes that rope hole 6 times. Got 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
You can feel that spring tightening up. I'll give it one more turn here. Okay, make sure to hold it tight. You don't want it to spring now. So there's the hole in the pulley right there. And this is kind of like threading a needle. It helps to make the end of your rope kind of stiff, so I usually burn it. And then you go in through here. There we go. Then you tie a little knot on this end. Then you make the knot tight. You leave about that much out. And then you slowly release while holding the rope tight. And you let it slowly rewind. I'm standing on the rope here. So you can see it's all the way. The spring is not tight anymore and we still have some hanging out. So that being the case, we might want to wrap it one more time. See if that will work with the length of the handle here. So I think 6 times will probably be enough. I can always shorten the rope a little bit. Or we can pull on it and see how much we can shorten it. So then you basically do that. So I just have the cover set on here for now. But you can see as we bring it up to the handle, it'll snap into place. Alright. Yeah, so I think that'll be plenty tight. So I've seen some manuals state that you want to get all these finger tight. I don't always do this, but I'll just show you. And then you give it a little tug, kind of like you're going to start just like that, and then that's where you tighten it down. So I'm holding the rope tight here. And I'm just going to tighten these down a little bit. There we go. And I'm also going to test here just how much rope we do have. Yeah, so I can pull a lot out of there. Probably don't need that much rope in there, but I think that'll be fine. Actually, let's go ahead and take another couple inches out of this rope. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just making another knot up a ways. That'll help tighten the spring a bit, and we didn't need that much rope anyways. So this type of Briggs and Stratton rope, you cut it, and then you'll definitely want to make sure to burn the end. So it doesn't just keep fraying. Alright, there you go. Well, there you go, folks. Don't over tighten these, you can strip them out. That's why I didn't tighten them down with my impact driver all the way. I like to manually do it. Alright, that's it, folks. But we're going to fire this one up too, just to make sure, because it's been sitting. Probably add a little bit of gas in there first. Ooh, I can see some water down in there. I'm glad I looked before I filled it all up. I could see about a tablespoon of water down in there. I think I can just dry it up with a couple towels here. There's not that much gas in there. Ooh, maybe there's more gas than I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pump that out. This pump I use here came out of an old big soap jug, and I just reused the pump portion of it. I don't know if y'all can see it there, it's kind of bad lighting, but the gas is all cloudy. That's water. It's probably why he had to pull and pull and pull on it to try and get it to start, was because there was water here in the gas tank. Alright, so I'm going to let this tank air dry out here in the sun for a little bit before I fill it up again. I also want to get the gas out of the primer bulb. Alright, so it's been sitting out here in the sun drying out. Spray some air in there to blow out any sediment that's left in the tank. See if I can do this without spilling any gas. Okay. Primer this baby up a couple of times. See what happens.